Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Rotring 600 mechanical pencil, a classic drafting pencil that's been around for a few decades now. And I'll be breaking the pencil down so that we can see all the components, and I'll be comparing it to the Alvin Draftmatic, which is probably the closest mechanical pencil that you can buy very easily at retail here in the United States. And I'll also run down my rating scale and see where it falls in my top 10 and in my honorable mentions. And so let's go ahead and get started. So I got it in the mail today. Here's the box. I've already opened it up a little bit to make the unboxing easier, but let's just go ahead and check out the writing on the bottom. Now, interesting thing about the Rotring line, specifically the Rotring 600, is that it's gone through a couple iterations over the last couple years because the company has changed hands. Rotring used to be its own company in Germany, and you can see that on the box here it says designed in Germany, assembled in Japan. And so they haven't compromised on the quality at all on the current design of the Rotring 600, but the Rotring brand is currently owned by Newell Rubbermaid. And so they essentially bought the company and they took the pencil, and it's now assembled in Japan. There have been a few changes that they've made to the 600 over the last couple years. And I'll point that out when we check out the body of the pencil, because there's a way for you to tell whether you have the current generation of the Rotring 600 or whether you have an older generation. And, you know, you can read, I'm not going to read the text to you that's on the box, but this is kind of an iconic mechanical pencil, and I've been thinking about this one for a while, but being a teacher, I'm kind of big on pocket safety, and so I've been a little hesitant on pencils that are not pocket safe, which this one isn't, but I'm glad that I finally took the leap. And so let's go ahead, and they always come in these tri-fold cases, sort of like a Swiss Toblerone bar, which I find interesting. It's anchored really nicely into the box. And here we go, Rotring 600. It comes with a little booklet. There's some more information on the inside of the history of Rotring, so that they're really taking the brand seriously. There's a little instruction booklet that one side is an advertisement so that you can see some of the other pencils in the line, and then a little instruction booklet, you know, not to stab a screen with your mechanical pencil in case, you know, you need those sorts of instructions. Yikes. Okay, but it is what it is. So here's the pencil. It's a thing of beauty, simplicity in design. It is not really intended to be aesthetic in nature. It's intended to be functional. And so let's go ahead and run down the appearance of the pencil, and then I'll take it apart so that we can look at what the guts look like. And so the entire pencil is brass. It's all brass construction, all metal on the outside anyway. And you can see very prominently on the pencil, it says Rotring 600 0,5 millimeter, because of course in Europe they denote decimals with a comma instead of a period like we do here in the United States. And this is a signal that this is a more recently manufactured Rotring 600 as of 2014-2015. A couple of years ago, the Rotring 600 went through a brief labeling redesign in which it just said 0.5 and nothing else in bright red on the barrel of the pencil. Now, this is the classical labeling on the pencil. I'm sure there must have been some sort of controversy with aficionados over this, because they did it for a couple years where it just said 0.5, and then after some sort of outcry, they went back to the classic styling on the pencil, because you'd get people who said, I bought this Rotring 600, I'm used to it, but it doesn't even say Rotring 600 on the side, it just says 0.5, and some people want to see their pencil branding on their pencil, because Rotring 600, in addition to being a functional pencil, is kind of a collector's item for collectors as well. I mean, this is the preeminent drafting pencil, and so people are a little picky about what the iconography says on the side. Continuing along the pencil, we have a friction lead hardness indicator. So it grips pretty tight, but not so tight that you can't spin it. And it goes from 2B to 4H, so it does not include 4B. And so I'm just going to set it at HB because that's what the pencil comes with. You can see the iconic Rotring red ring that's at the top of the pencil. and very strong and sturdy pocket clip. You know, I would not advise you sticking this pencil anywhere near inside of a pocket because we have that very sharp hypodermic lead sleeve that is functional. It's designed so that you can see what you're writing on the page without compromising any sort of functionality. And then it has a medium knurling on the grip. It's not too rough. It's not too smooth. I really like it. And so the Rotring 600 is an example of this very strong outer design, all made of metal. Let's take a look at the inside of it, though. Okay, so to take it apart, you have to unscrew this. Unscrew very sturdy mechanism here in that you have very fine threading on the barrel of the pencil. This is something that surprises a lot of people to take apart this. Then you have to unscrew the knurled grip and where the lead sleeve is located. And so we unscrew, and you can see it's an all-metal clutch, but there's this plastic piece internal right here. And so that has a very fine threading on it. Probably my only concern about the longevity of the pencil is this plastic piece right here. I don't think you're going to be taking this apart much. Okay, and so in that regard, it's probably not that big of a concern. You can see that if you were to remove the eraser cap, it reveals the eraser, which is just, you know, a standard drafting eraser. Take it apart. There is no lead jam clearer in this. And then, you know, it comes with 2 or 3 lead. Oh, 3 or 4 it looks like. And so I'm just going to reassemble everything back together. So that's the takedown of the pencil in case you're curious about that. So to put everything back together in reverse order, we're going to screw this in with those very fine plastic threads. You know, just like anything that you own, be careful with it and don't treat it like crap and it'll last longer. Assemble it back together here, screw it in. Okay, we're all set and we're ready to go. So that's how the pencil breaks down. Now, what about in terms of the actual features of this pencil? How does it stack up? Well, there's very few pencils that I consider to be sort of like a cathartic experience when I'm using it. I know that might sound sappy, but when I'm holding this pencil in my hand, the Rotring 600, the grip is just excellent. Okay, it's just really solid. This pencil is a pencil that's designed that if you need something that you really got to hold on to for precision work, like if you're a drafter or an artist or an architect, this is pretty much going to be your pencil. Couple of things to note. The lead sleeve is known for breaking. I mean, if you drop this thing, the lead sleeve is going to bend. You might be able to recover it by bending it back. You may not be able to. It's a precision instrument, but it's also sensitive. And so they do sell replacement knurled grips for this. They sell them in silver, they sell them in black. One cool idea that I had that I don't know, you know, go feel free to post in the comments if you've ever thought of something like this. I thought about maybe getting a silver replacement for my black Rotring 600 to sort of get some sort of like contrast. I don't know if that would mess with the aesthetic quality of the instrument, if it would make it look a little bit different, but that's just a thought I had about something that you might do with the mixing and matching capability perhaps of the knurled grip. And so the good news is that if you do break the tip on this pencil, you can replace that tip. And so that is something to keep in mind if you're looking for a writing utensil that you're going to want to last you a really, really long time. But you got to take care of it, okay? The tip is fragile, so keep that in mind. So, writing experience. Running down the rating scale. Writing experience, I'm going to go with great, spectacular, okay? Quality. There's very few times that I use this rating, but I'm going to go with superb on the quality because it's all metal, brass construction, except for that little plastic piece on the inside. I don't know, you know, I'll let you know maybe in a couple years if I have any problems, but it looks pretty solid. Pocket clip is solid. Everything just feels great on it. Features. Well, this is where we're a little lighter. And honestly, folks, I don't care that we're a little lighter because the pencil is just such a wonderful package that even though I'm going to rate the features OK plus, it's still going to perform really, really well on my rating scale, and it's definitely going to enter my top 10 here in a second. So we'll get to that in a moment. And the reason why I'm rating the features as OK plus here is because, like most drafting pencils, it's got a tiny little eraser. It's not pocket safe. It does have a few features that perhaps another pencil might not have, which that is the lead hardness indicator and the fact that you can replace the knurled grip and the tip. So, in my mind, that's enough to bump the features up to an OK plus. And then costs on this one. Well, the cost can kind of vary depending upon where you shop. Basically, on my scale, it's anywhere from a moderate to expensive. It retails for like 50 USD. On Jet Pens, it's 33. On Amazon and eBay, you can get it anywhere from 21 to 27, depending upon where you buy it from and what you're looking for to pay for shipping and everything. One caution that I have about the Rotring 600 is that I'm a little wary of getting a version of the Rotring 600 that you don't want. So, for example, if it's an older version of the Rotring 600, you might be a little worried about getting it without the labeling on the side that you want. So if you don't want to just get a pencil that has 0.5 millimeters, you might want to consider ordering directly from Rotring or ordering through Amazon, but with the seller being Rotring. Or you can pretty much guarantee, I think, that if you order from Jet Pens currently, their current stock, I think, is the newer version of it. But, they're really good about that. And so if you get an older version of the stock, you can probably send it back and ask them if they'll replace it with the more modern one. And let's do a comparison now. Probably the closest drafting pencil, especially here in the United States, that I would compare this to would be the Alvin Draftmatic. Very similar. The Alvin Draftmatic in of itself is a historical model. You can see that I'm having difficulty getting the Alvin Draftmatic to be visible. One other perk, I guess, feature you could say of the Rotring 600 is with the hexagonal, hexagonal design of the barrel. It's not going to roll off of a desk or move around. And so that is another benefit of the overall shape of the barrel there. Draftmatic doesn't have that. It's just smooth, and so it rolls around. Alvin Draftmatic is modeled after the Koh-i-Noor Rapidomatic, which is another classic drafting pencil that has been out there. The Koh-i-Noor Rapidomatic, I believe, has a hexagonal barrel just like the Rotring 600 classically has had. This version by Alvin, I don't know if they purchased the plans for the Koh-i-Noor Rapidomatic or if they just made a really competent knockoff of it. I'm not sure. That's something you have to look up. But there's once again a friction sliding lead hardness indicator. We have a lead sleeve and knurled grip. This is a very sharp knurling. It's sharper than the Rotring 600. The body of the pencil is plastic, unlike the Rotring 600. And so, the Alvin Draftmatic clocks in my honorable mentions. I don't even have it in my top 10. It's a fine drafting pencil. It's definitely much more affordable than the Rotring 600. It's about half the cost, depending upon where and how you get it. And so, and it's available at most art stores like Blick Art Supplies. And so if you're looking for a quality drafting pencil, but the Rotring 600 is just out of your price range, or you're looking for something that might be available in your community for less money, the Alvin Draftmatic is definitely a worthy substitute. Oh, and before I forget, let's do the click test on the Rotring 600. I forgot to do that here at the start. And so we basically go 10 clicks and we see how much lead we get out of it. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're looking at about 0.6 millimeters, which for a Rotring mechanism, very high quality mechanism, that's what you would expect to get. And so really good lead advancement mechanism here. The click is super satisfying. It basically sounds the way that a mechanical pencil should sound. So how am I going to rate the Rotring 600 based upon those pros and cons and how I rated it on writing experience, quality, features, and cost? I'm going to put it in at number 2 on my rating scale. And you might be wondering, well, hold on a second. You have the TWSBI Precision currently at number 2. You're gonna bump this. You're gonna bump the TWSBI Precision down and put the Rotring 600 at number 2, even though you can get the TWSBI Precision with a retractable sleeve. I mean, don't get me wrong, the TWSBI Precision is a fine pencil. It's got a lot of great features. It's a great package for the price. You can get the Rotring 600 for about the same price that you can get a TWSBI Precision. I prefer the knurling on the Rotring 600. I think even though I rate both of them great for writing experience, I think the Rotring 600 has a better writing experience. The quality on the Rotring is slightly better than on the TWSBI Precision, especially with the lead advancement mechanism. You know, TWSBI Precision, since I have the retractable version, has the better features than the Rotring 600, but Rotring 600 is just a classic package. I would highly recommend it to any mechanical pencil enthusiast. There's a reason why it's the industry standard. It's just a superb pencil. And so, especially online, you can get it for really reasonable prices. I would honestly recommend that you get both a TWSBI Precision and a Rotring 600. But I think that the Rotring 600 edges the TWSBI Precision. A very, very fine pencil. Now, where am I going from here? Well, I still have quite a few mechanical pencils in the dock to review that I'm going to be releasing over the next couple of months. One of my long-term goals is to get a Rotring 800 for comparison, because I think that that's going to perhaps merge the quality of the Rotring 600 with the functionality of the Rotring Rapid Pro, which I currently have at my 1. And so who knows, Rotring 800 might take the top spot. It might be lower depending upon how much play there is in that lead sleeve. But that's, you know, something coming down the pipe. And so here I am reviewing like the BMW of mechanical pencils. And who knows, maybe the Rotring 800 is the Rolls Royce. We'll see. And so the Rotring 600, wonderful pencil. Check it out. You could also check out my blog, klexer.wordpress.com. I'll go ahead and put that in the video in case you'd like to read about my gaming hobby, or if you would like to read some more about mechanical pencils. I don't do all of my mechanical pencil reviews as video reviews. Some of them are blog posts. And so check out my blog and check out this channel for other videos about mechanical pencils, and I hope that you enjoy it. Leave a comment if you have any comments about the Rotring 600 and its history, and if you know anything about the different iterations that the Rotring 600 has gone through. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.